Continuing focus on the battle against sexual harassment across Indian cinema, in the States and nationwide. A day after noted South Indian choreographer Shaikh Jani Basha, popularly known as Jani Master, was suspended by the Telugu Film Chamber after allegations of rape, the question is, what next? Noted actor and producer Jhansi, who is the head of the committee probing sexual harassment cases in the Telugu Film Chamber, is urging more women to come forward and also reveal details underlining the seriousness of the case involving Jani Master. She spoke exclusively with NDTV's Uma Sudhir.
I have with me the chairperson of the Telangana Chambers of Commerce Sexual Harassment Prevention Committee, should I say? Redressal panel. You've got the complaint first, and you are the one, in fact, who asked the complainant in this case to go to the police. What is the reason?
The reason being the child is a minor at the point in time when she entered. So we were shocked to see that there were no proper employment guidelines followed. If it is a minor who is supposed to work in the film industry, there are guidelines set up. If there are children who are being employed on the set as dancers, there is something called an entire NOC form to be filled. There's a parent's consent form to be filled. There is a committee which is monitoring children on the set. So no such guidelines were followed in her case, and she was directly employed as an assistant right from the show that she had participated. She was young at that point, and then the sexual assault happened right from the initial days of her employment as an assistant. So we thought we can take this up as a sexual harassment at workplace. After, it continued, the assault continued for a very long time. From the time that she was young as 16, 17, 18, 19. So once she completes her 19th birthday, then I think we can at least come in as the sexual harassment redressal panel, employer-employee relationship. But what do I do with the number of years that she was harassed even before? So, which is not in our purview, and she should get legal justice. And the guidelines in the Act also state that in case that the police case needs to be reported, the committee should report it to the police. That's
so, yes, the inspector had mentioned that she's only 21, 22 now, and she has been saying from 2019 onwards she's been harassed. And now I do understand that POCSO section has been added to the other sections. As far as your panel is concerned, I do understand that you, after the HEMA committee report came, you also felt that the body that you have, which is a redressal committee, that is something that needs to get more teeth. What are you looking at? Right now, in this case, I understand the Women's Commission is also now looking at this complaint.
Three angles to this, Uma. One is that we are acknowledging that the industry is not yet safe and we don't have enough mechanisms in place. That is number one. Two, if there are mechanisms in place, I don't have one employer or one workplace to define the actual employer-employee or unorganized sector, whatever LC is set up. We are not falling into both of those setup. So second is workplace guidelines. Defining the workplace guidelines. And the third factor being that even if you kind of say that, come to a conclusion that there has been sexual harassment, who am I going to punish? Who is going to, what is the kind of respite that we are going to give? Who's the employer? There are multiple employers in this. मैं बोलूँगी, this is a person who is committed, the accused is actually at fault. Who will I ask to remove him from the work? Which producer? So collectively industry has to come forward and there should be a guideline of what we should do. This is where I find that we don't have enough teeth.
Have you been getting more complaints? Because the HEMA committee report was obviously an eye-opener for all of us. Are women coming forward to make this complaint? Because you are an insider from the industry and you understand the workings, and obviously safety you've already acknowledged is not there.
The HEMA committee report hasn't made enough shockwaves in Telugu film industry. In fact, we were all surprised that nobody was speaking about it. Till the time that media approached, ki yahan kya ho raha hai? Till the time that Voice of Women, a support group that we all formed, all the working women professionals of the Telugu film industry and the allied media, we said, what's happening? We need to understand. There was a committee after Sri Reddy's incident. Where is that report? Can that report bring some change here? Can that bring some kind of discussion what can happen in the industry? That's when all of us started to talk again. In the meanwhile, this case had come up, and I wish and pray that we'll be able to resolve her case really very fast and provide some justice, so that there'll be many others who can come forward and complain.
And you're also concerned about his safety, physical safety.
Definitely, because the person who was alleged to have utilized her, the accused, I'm not sure if I can say accused, but the person in question held the post of the Dancers Union president. So the interim order said that power should be first removed, but saying it's a very popular person, there are fans of his work, he's involved with a political party, there are big producers, there are many people. So definitely the power lobby, if I can say, after the Hema Committee's report, is existing. I'm not saying that they are doing something, but we want to say that there is a power lobby, and the child here in question, she's still young and tender, 21, is right now singled out. So how can we understand this power lobby? How can we even say that power lobby will not do anything?